Chapter 26 The Television Chocolate Room. The TV family, together with Charlie and Grandpa Joe, stepped out of the lift into a room so dazzlingly bright and dazzlingly white that they screwed up their eyes in pain and stopped walking. Mr. Wonka added with each of them a pair of dark glasses and said, "Put these on quick and don't take them off in here. Whatever you do, this light could blind you." As soon as Charlie had his dark glasses on, he was able to look around him in his cold. He saw a long, narrow room. The room was painted white all over. Even the floor was white, and there wasn't a speck of dust anywhere. From the ceiling, huge lamps were high and filled the room in a brilliant blue white light. The room was completely bare except for the fault lines. One of the vents was an enormous hammer on wheels, and a whole army of Palumpas were clustering around it, oiling the joints and adjusting its nose and polishing its great glass lens. The Oompa Loompas were all dressed in the most extraordinary way. They were wearing bright red suits, complete with helmets and goggles. At least they looked like space wizards, and they were working in complete silence. Watching them, Charlie experienced a queer sense of danger. There was something dangerous about his whole business. The Oompa Loompas knew it. That was no chattering who were singing among them. They moved about over the huge black cameras slowly and carefully. Their spacesuits at the other end of the room, about 50 paces away from the camera. Single Oompa Loompas away from also wearing a spacesuit was sitting at the black canvas gazing at the screen of a very large television set. "Here we go!" cried Mr. Wonka, hopping up and down with excitement. "This is the testing room for my very last done and greatly invention, television chocolate." "What was his television chocolate?" asked my TV. "Good heavens, just stop interrupting me," said Mr. Wonka. "It was by television. I don't like television myself. I suppose it's all right, small doses, but say myself, I suppose it's all right in small doses. But children never seem to be able to take it small doses. They want to sit there all day long staring at the TV. "That's me," said my TV. "Shut up," said Mr. TV. "Thank you," said Mr. Wonka. "I shall now tell me how this amazing television is made. Works, but first about this amazing television set of mine works. But for very simple. At one end, what are the pictures is being taken? You have a side camera, and you start photographing something. The photographer split up into a million of tiny little pieces which are so small that you can see them, and these little pieces are shot out into the sky by electricity. In the sky they go whizzing around all over the place. There's something They hit the antenna on the roof of somebody's house. They then go flashing down the wall and leads right into the back of the television set, and in there get jiggled and showed around until assess every single gadget. One of those millions of tiny pieces inflated back into its right face, just like jigsaw puzzle, and pretended those photographs appears on the screen. That was exactly what it was, my TV said. I am lost deaf in my left ear, Mr. Wonka said. You must forgive me if I don't hear everything you say. I said that isn't exactly how it works. Sure, it's my TV. You are a nice boy, Mr. Wonka said, but you talk too much. Now then, the very first time I saw ordinary television working was struck by a tremendous idea. Look here, I shouted. If these people can break up a photograph into millions of pieces, millions of pieces, and centipedes whistling through the air, and then put them together again at the other. And why can't I do the same thing with a ball of chocolate? Why can't I send a real ball of chocolate whistling through the air in tiny pieces and then put the pieces together at the other end? Or ready to be eaten? Impossible, said my TV. You think so? cried Mr. Wonka. Well, watch this. I shall now send a ball of my berry chocolate from one friend of his to the other by television. Get ready there, bring in the chocolate. Immediately 6 Oompa Loompas marched forward, carrying on their shoulders the most enormous ball of chocolate Charlie had ever seen. It was about the size of the mattress he left at home. It has to be B, Mr. Wonka explains, because whenever you send something by television, it always comes out much smaller than it was when it went in. Even with an ordinary television, when you photograph the big man, it never comes out when you photograph a big man. Screen that taller than a pencil, does it? Here we go then. Go then. They're ready now, no stop, folks. Everything you could. There, my TV, stand back, you're too close to the camera. They're all dangerous rays coming out of that ray. They could break up you into the million tiny pieces in a second. That's why the Oompa Loompas are wearing spaces. Those suits protect them. Alright, that's better now, Sean. One of the Oompa Loompas caught hold of a large switch and pulled it down. There was a blinding splash. "Chocolate's gone!" shouted Grandpa Joe, waving his arm. It was quite right. The whole enormous ball of chocolate disappeared completely into the air. "It's on its way!" cried Mr. Wonka. "Now it's rushing through the air above our heads in the million other end of the room where the large television screen," cried. The vision was standing and there others followed them. "Watch the screen!" he cried. "Here it comes! Look!" The screen flickered and lit up. Then suddenly up a small ball of chocolate appeared in the middle of the screen. "Take it!" shouted Mr. Wonka, glowing more and more excitedly. "How can you take it?" said my Davy, laughing. "It's just a picture. Oh, television screen." "Charlie Bucket!" cried Mr. Wonka. "You take it. Reach out and grab it." Charlie put down a hand and touched the screen. Suddenly, miraculously, the ball of chocolate came away in the fingers. He was so surprised he nearly dropped it. "Eat it!" shouted Mr. Wonka. "Go on and eat it. It will be delicious. It's the same ball. It's got smaller on the journey, that's all." "It's absolutely fantastic," gasped Grandpa Joe. This is a miracle." "Just imagine," cried Mr. Wonka. Wonka. "When I start using this across the country, you sitting at home watching television, and suddenly a commercial will flash onto the screen, and the voice will say, 'Eat Wonka's chocolate, so the best in the world. If you don't believe us, try one for yourselves now.' And you simply reach out and take one. How about that? Terrific!" cried Grandpa Joe. "It will change the world."